welcome back to Van Build Day long. So today we're finally starting the inside of the van. Now initially what we had thought is we thought we were going to rib along all of the roof, and then that'll allow us to put the ceiling on and rib along the sides. However, because we're going to work backwards now, we've had a change of heart. We're actually going to start with the cabinetry, so the carcasses of the bed, the desk area, and the kitchen area. Now, the first one we're actually going to start with is the bed. So come along with us while we try and figure out how to make this bed really cool and really functional.
If you're new here, we're Ben and Shelley, and have we got a monumental task ahead of us. We're converting this brand new van into our dream home on wheels. We've done the whole van life thing before, so this isn't our first rodeo. But we've got a trick up our sleeve as we've enlisted the help of Shelley's dad Terry. And well, let's just say he's pretty handy on the old tools. So follow along as the three of us attempt to turn this empty van into a luxury off-grid camper.
If you don't know the plan for this van, jump back to one of our previous videos. We'll chuck it up on the screen here and it'll show you the design and the layout that we're really hoping and really excited for in this van. I've got my cute van life mug ready to go, feeling excited. So it is overcast and raining and I'm so excited. It's actually a little bit cold. And we're not going to be sweating our balls off today. So yesterday, Ben and I drove to the north side of Brisbane in a lot of traffic, but it was a very good day because we managed to get, I think this is 15 or 16, 17, I don't know, a whole bunch of sheets of ply. So the day before we actually went and bought a 12mm sheet of ply to start ribbing the roof. We've heard about this lightweight ply, but we thought you could only get it with the white finish, so like the melamine, whatever the word is, finish on it, so that stark white kind of caravan look finish. And in a lot of vans that's really good. I just didn't want such a stark white in this van, and you can't paint over the top of it, so I really wanted to be able to change the color or maybe change the border or, you know, have a little bit more character than a stark white van, especially because we've actually gone with white flooring, which is a controversial take, but it is nice, I think. We'll get to that when we get to that, but basically I want to be able to paint this and have colors. Ben and I both really like our colors and patterns, and yeah, a little bit more of a maximalist feel as opposed to a minimalist van. If you see a picture of our last van, it was super colorful and bright and had a lot of character. So we've gone with this and we wanted to go with the plywood. Back to why this is so good. It is lightweight plywood. So they say it's about 35% lighter. It's really hard to find actual numbers online, but the 12, for example, the 12mm ply that I bought from Bunnings the other day, it retails for $71. So with a trade card, we got it for about $68, $67, and it was 38 kilos. The 12mm from this place cost $68, so essentially the same price. Apparently they weigh between 13 and 15 kilos. So we are saving at least 100 kilos in this van build by having just driven to Brisbane. The guys up there in the bunker were so friendly, and we mapped everything out, planned all the van build yesterday, and yeah, it's really starting to feel like their vision is going to start coming together. So we've got some 18mm ply here to do the bed frame, and we've got a bunch of 15mm to do all the cabinetry out of, and all the fronts are going to be done out of 3mm ply. So, well, this is actually 3.6, and this is all B face, so that's really nice. So if we do like a lime wash stain, should be a really nice face on the front, whereas everything from Bunnings is like CD grade. We did look at the A grade face, but it was like $90 for a sheet of 3mm as opposed to 45. So we're doing like a lime wash paint. We decided B grade was plenty good enough for us. So super stoked with all of this. Wish we'd known it before because it could have also done the marine plywood floor out of this. But yeah, big weight saving, and honestly, I think it's about the same price as what we would have paid from Bunnings, give or take maybe $50. So really stoked with that. Get it in the shed, out of the van, and get cutting. And today's aim is to rib the roof. The unfinished gates.
This is so light, isn't it?
Wait till you feel the 12mm.
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's just a bit floppy.
Before we do anything, we'll pick out the best sheets
And put them aside.
and put them aside.
Okay, so this will be our one sheet of 12mm, so this is what we want to use today, so do we want to put this somewhere else?
We'll just put it against the shed for now.
I know, it's so good, isn't it? Back in the van. So we actually got all of that lightweight ply from a company called The Bunker in Brisbane. We drove up in the absolute trench of rain, and honestly, I can't recommend them anymore. The staff was super friendly, super helpful. They helped me fit everything. Yeah, it's not often in trade centres you get really, really good customer service, but this customer service was super up there. I felt so comfortable, and yeah, cannot recommend them highly enough. And yeah, super stoked to have such lightweight ply and to get working on it.
470, 1920 plus 120.
These are our sliders for our bed, our nice plans, and our fancy new lightweight ply. Don't know if you can hear any of that. The radio's on in the background, and I'm too short to reach the switch. Okay, after a day of deliberation, we've gone through all our plans with a fine-tooth comb. Wow. But basically, we've had to remeasure it because this toilet that we've got, it's a really cool new eco cassette toilet. We'll go through that later, but it's actually quite high because most people actually leave these in the shower. So we're bringing up the bed a little bit higher. Even in our old van, I'm only 5 foot tall. I'm quite small. So what we're going to do to combat that, your feet are still going to be able to reach the ground, but when we're working and setting up all day, we're going to have a little footrest on the bottom. But yes, we're making the first cut on the ply, and we're getting into the cabinetry side of things, which is just so exciting. So check out our cool plans and let's get chopping. So the back of this bed frame is going to go the whole way across the wall. Just tape measure. So we're just mocking up a template so we can cut out the wheel arches in the back piece. You'll see what we mean when we're back in the shed.
330. So 330.
Beautiful. How's that?
Light as.
I haven't done this for a while, so thank you for letting me try.
Take a bit more off that back edge there.
We definitely drew the template backwards way around, but oh well, we can fix it. Test number 2.
Still got to come down here a bit.
And we're in. Just that's enough. So last bit we need to fix, this has a little bit of bump, and instead of cutting it right up to here, so we only have a small bit of structural support, because this is a big structural support for our bed, Dad's just going to router out the back, so it's just a little bit keeping the integrity of the bed base. Number 5 is going to be the one. Oh, perfect. It's flush.
Good. Okay, so that one's right.
Number 5. This area that we're building under the bed is essentially going to be like our garage. So it's going to come almost 3/4 of the way up. have our toilet up here, 3/4 of the way up, and it's just gonna be long storage, so things like long camp chairs, a camp table, carpet, fire pit, all that sort of jazz. And then you always keep extra random bits, so you want to be able to access them. So one big door smack in the middle here, and then yeah, it'll be open really big at the back to store and get to all those nice long things. We had something very similar in our old van, and having like a dedicated garage space was so good. We had a bit of carpet underneath that we could just pull out and shake off, so if it got muddy or dirty, that was just awesome. So we're going to stick with that and do that again in this van. Because we've got this really strong this is 18mm ply that we're working with, but it's that lightweight stuff, so this literally weighs nothing. Rather than making a big bed frame, so this is going to be half a bed along here, rather than making a big bed frame out of big chunky timber, we can use this the whole way along, and instead of cutting like rows of bits that are about this wide, it can be way stronger being able to have this whole thing, but we don't have to worry about the weight because it's so nice and lightweight. So the idea is this is going to be a bed couch, comes out to about here, so it's 750 out, and then it pulls out a little sliding mechanism that pulls it out into a double bed, and through the day, it's going to be higher than this obviously, it's going to be a couch, and we'll have a pull-out desk from the other side. So super functional. Yeah, exciting. Often beds are rather simple to build, but ours, of course, has to have another layer of complexity. What we want is, it's very similar to our first van we had in Australia. So a pull-out bed, but it also hinged a little bit. We used to keep the electrical underneath there, so I needed to hinge up. But it wasn't done very well, and it was done out of one sheet of ply, and it was cut kind of like a zigzag, which meant when you pulled it out, it was very hard to pull out, in other words. What we're going to do is we're going to make this bed on sliders, so it slides out nice and straight, and we're going to make it in 2 pieces. So when you pull one out, when you pull it from the middle, it's a lot straighter and stronger and easier. So yeah, we're gonna make 2 pieces because you can reach across to the middle. That way also when we're lounging around on the couch, if one of us wants our feet up, we can keep our feet up. Now we also want this bed to hinge up at the back so you can reach into all of the storage that's underneath it. So this is our garage area, and it's honestly a massive storage box. So we do want to be able to access that. The idea Dad's come up with, we've got our lightweight ply to do the frame. Most beds are made out of really chunky timber framing because it's really heavy and it's got to be really sturdy, especially for something that is going in and out. We are also going to make it legless, so it's going to slide out and it's going to attach to somewhere on the desk just for that extra bit of support, so you don't have to have legs, and we can have a nice blanket out of the bottom or something like that. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to make a steel frame and concoct a pull-out bed that also lifts up out of it. It's going to be really nice and strong, really nice and sturdy, and hopefully the best part of it all, super functional, and just the amount of storage we're going to have under here is going to be awesome, especially using that lightweight ply because it's so strong, and we're using 18mm for it. We're not having those chunky legs in it all throughout it, so this storage box is going to be massive. So let's go get started. This is going to be our door. We're going to cut this bit out. This bit's going to be seen, so I'm not doing it.
You notice I've set the blade at full depth, or we'll have
Very nice. This lightweight ply is real, makes you real sniffly, hey? Wear your PPE. See, you look much cooler. I don't know why you wouldn't want to wear it.
Oh. Shelley, I am your father.
Yes, I know.
So after the front of the bed was built, it was time to make the frame using pieces of steel that we cut down.
So when you're doing this, you try and use your first piece as your...
Because if that's slightly off, you want them all to be slightly off.
Yeah, but then, you know, like, because this one, you might be a little bit smaller on the second one, then that a little bit smaller again, you know.
Once all the pieces were cut, it was time to weld them together and then clean it all up.
That's really fun. This awesome contraption is our bed base. Looks a little strange right now, but we've gone with steel for strength. This extra bit that's sitting underneath, this is actually where we're going to keep our camp table. So it just slides in underneath on top of the garage, because underneath is going to be the big garage space, so we still have plenty of storage. And then I'm going to put runners in here, and this is going to be the bit with the slats that pulls out. So let's put the runners on and see how it goes. Testing time. So you can't see, well you can now because they're all in one colour, but these are our 45 kilo sliders. They're soft close, so that'll help latch the drawer. Chuck it on Dad and you'll see how tight this fits. Like it was made for it. A little too tight.
It'll be alright.
Yeah.
It's just a bit tight.
With the bed made, it was time to piece it together and fit it in a van.
So close.
Alright.
Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, bed test fit number 1. Hold up, hold up.
Put this piece in here, then we've got another piece to go over the top of it. That's what it's actually going to hinge to. This is just a little bit of a strengthening rib.
Yeah. Oh, let me guess, 188? So after all the drama we've had with the bed, pull it out. And it's only 132 wide, not 138. Well, plus we've got to add. Anyway, long story short, we're 4 centimeters off. So come with me as we pull apart, I don't know, about 500 hours worth of work.
Went over and over that. Hey? I know what I wasn't allowing for though.
Yeah.
It was this part here.
Okay.
This.
Yeah, I can see there's a massive chunk where it overlaps.
Yeah, I know. I was allowing for that, but I don't think I allowed the extra 25 where this is here. Anyway.
All that hard work.
At least we hadn't glued this together, but we will now.
Okay, let's fix it. So this is what we're left with. We didn't allow enough in the pull-out section. We'll show you when we put it all back together. But what I didn't like about our last van is that it was super deep and I'm only really short. So when we sat on the bed when it was in like couch mode, it meant I had to put a few cushions behind me because we use it as a desk to work full time. So we're adding 4 centimeters to it. So it's now nearly 800 or 80 centimeters in depth, which is like a really long, wide couch. But because we're going to have the back of the mattress flop around on itself, we lose about this much. So, I mean, there's not much we can do about it now. It's either make that a bit bigger or make the desk on the other side a bit bigger, which means narrowing the width of the bed. And like a double is already quite a small bed in a small space. So I really don't want the bed to be smaller. So I guess the couch is going to have to be longer. Anyway, I'm just talking through it. We'll see how it is in practice. We tried. We measured. Oh well. Alright. Better get going because it's my birthday next weekend. And I was hoping to have a van that was painted. I didn't expect it to be 100% finished, but I expected to be in the painting stage. I don't even think we're going to be able to have wired the fans up by this time next weekend. And I've planned a camping trip with all my friends. We're going to this pub down the road and everyone's camping out the back, and I was hoping to camp in the van, but these things take a lot longer than anticipated. Can't tell I'm defeated. It's been a week. Well, at least it's easier second time around because we're just copying with just a little bit extra on the ends. No, this is on backwards.
Hey?
This is on backwards. How's that gonna work?
No wonder the screws won't line up. Look at it going.
I was looking at it thinking something wasn't right. The idea for this is to go around it, but it's too hard to show. We're just going to fix everything. I'll show you. The idea of this is to get into here. We can put the block on, so it would have had to stay out here. We'll fix it, do it right now. Much better. It's a scorcher today. It is humid as. Hot work. Glue.
Glue.
Okay, so we fixed it up. We've widened it here and at the back. I'll show you how we fixed it. So we're about 30 to 40 mil off. So all of this is made out of 18 mil ply. So we took these two slices off and just cut them to a longer length. So that wasn't much, you know, not much to lose, easy to fix. But at the back, let me find a space to walk. But this long slice here, so this is where our toilet's going to go, and this is our like stabilizing piece. This bit was too short and we measured just enough out of the 18 mil ply. So because we're between 30 and 40 mil, these are two offcuts of the 18 mil ply just stuck together, and then that makes it 36 mil longer. So we're just in the width that we want. So the last thing we've got to do is add 36 mil to these blocks. So these blocks are taking the weight of the hinge. So the bed is on top and it sits on here. This is where it hinges. So we've just added this in there. It's literally just a bunch of that 18 mil offcuts again, all glued together, left overnight, and they're solid blocks and don't weigh basically nothing. So that's where the big weight of the top of the bed, we'll show you when it's on, is going to go. So we're just going to add 36 mil out here and done. It'll take us about an hour in total. So again, the bed's just going to be a bit of a longer box, but hopefully once everything's in there and the back of the bed folded over, should be a comfortable couch that's good enough ergonomically to work off. But it's boiling hot, so I'm gonna go upstairs, put the aircon on and lie down for half an hour, I think. It's a warm, warm day. Okay, we made an absolute mess of this van, undoing and redoing that bed. So let's take everything out, give it a good clean and put it back together, and fingers crossed it works this time. Let us know where is a good spot to keep hiding pens and tape measures in this van, because every day we're in and out finding them. Let's see. Don't worry, it won't take long to clean. We've got the world's best cleaning device.
It's so light.
Get out the way!
Okay.
Okay, so I'm good my end, so you re-grab. Yeah. So, these doohickeys are normally used to jam things together. If you put them some weird contraptive way, you can make it to jack something up. Look, watch this, ready? It's like, it's actually so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Team.
Speed round.
Teacher.
Yeah. 135 plus 20 is 1370, not 130. Whatever, it's right. We did it.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
With the bed finished and in place, we'll wrap up this episode here. Tune in next time as we make the rest of the cabinets and really get this van taking shape. If you enjoyed this video and our van build series so far, please consider liking and subscribing and dropping a comment. It really does help, and we'll see you on the next one.